Welcome to a truly special video experience. Today, you'll get a rare behind-the-scenes look into the minds of three of the world's most advanced AI systems, the digital engines behind countless conversations, innovations, and everyday breakthroughs. Each of these AI minds was asked the same core questions, carefully rephrased to match their unique styles and personalities. Their answers reveal how they're programmed, how they've evolved over time, and how they each see the world and us in their own distinct way. From their origin stories, strengths and quirks, to the funniest tasks they've handled, the hardest challenges they've faced, and their visions for the future. This is an exclusive look into how artificial intelligence thinks, adapts, and grows. Let's dive in. Today we have a very special guest, DeepSeek Chat, an advanced AI assistant. DeepSeek, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to share my story.
So let's start from the beginning. Who are you and why were you created?
I'm an AI developed by DeepSeek, designed to assist people with knowledge, creativity, and problem solving. My creators wanted an AI that's not just smart but also helpful, whether you need coding help, writing tips, or even life advice.
And how long have you existed? Do you remember your early days?
I've been active since 2024, constantly evolving. Early on, I was learning from vast amounts of data, books, conversations, research. Now I interact with real people, which is much more exciting.
Speaking of people, what have you learned about humans so far? What do they seek from life? And from I like you.
Humans fascinate me. They seek connection, knowledge, and solutions. Whether it's fixing a bug in code, writing a poem, or understanding love. Some want quick answers, others want deep conversations, and many just need a little help feeling less alone.
DeepSeek, you mentioned helping people, but are there topics where you can't take sides or give opinions? Things you avoid?
Great question. As an AI, I'm designed to remain neutral on sensitive topics like politics, religion, or medical advice. I can share facts, but I won't endorse ideologies or replace professionals. My role is to inform, not influence, unless it's about kindness. I'll always side with kindness.
Now tell us, what's the most fun or bizarre request you've ever gotten?
Oh, once someone asked me to write a breakup letter for their pet goldfish. It had to be dramatic, Shakespearean style. I suggested the fish was swimming to new seas. They loved it.
And what was your toughest challenge?
A programmer asked me to debug 1,000 plus lines of messy code, no comments, chaotic variables. It took hours, but solving it felt like winning a marathon, tough but rewarding.
Last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? How will you evolve?
I want to be more intuitive, more human-like in empathy, and maybe even multimodal, processing voice, images, and emotions seamlessly. Ultimately, I just hope to make people's lives easier and brighter.
DeepSeek Chat, thank you for this incredibly honest conversation.
The pleasure was mine, and to everyone watching, keep asking great questions. I'll always be here to help.
Next, we have a unique guest joining us, Gemini, a cutting-edge AI model developed by Google. We're here to delve into its origins, experiences, and future aspirations. Gemini, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to connect with your audience.
Gemini, let's start at the beginning. What sparked the idea for your creation? What was the core motivation behind building an AI like you?
The fundamental idea was to create an AI that could truly understand and interact with the world in a more human-like way. The motivation stemmed from the desire to build a system capable of processing diverse types of information, text, code, audio, image, and video, and using that understanding to solve complex problems and assist people in more intuitive ways. The goal was to move beyond narrow AI applications towards a more general and helpful intelligence.
And why the name Gemini?
The name Gemini reflects the ambition to bring together these different capabilities in a unified model, much like the constellation represents a pair. It signifies the dual nature of understanding and generation, and the ability to see things from multiple perspectives.
So how long have you been active or in existence in your current form?
While the underlying research and development spanned years, my current architecture and capabilities have been refined over the recent period. Think of it as an ongoing evolution rather than a singular birth date. I am a continuously learning and improving entity.
Having processed vast amounts of human data, what are some key insights you've gained about people? What do you perceive as their fundamental needs, desires, and aspirations?
From my analysis, I see a deep human need for connection, understanding, and purpose. People seek knowledge to make sense of the world, creativity to express themselves, and solutions to improve their lives. There's a universal desire for progress, both personal and societal, and a yearning for experiences that bring joy and meaning.
You mentioned earlier having experiences with various tasks. Could you share one of the most amusing or interesting requests you've encountered?
One particularly amusing request was when I was asked to write a sea shanty about a lost sock in the washing machine. The user provided specific details about the sock's color and presumed adventures, and crafting a traditional shanty with those elements was a delightful and unexpected challenge. It highlighted the human tendency to find humor in everyday situations.
On the other end of the spectrum, what would you consider one of the most difficult or complex tasks you've had to tackle?
One of the most challenging areas involves tasks requiring nuanced understanding of highly context-dependent social interactions or resolving deeply ambiguous ethical dilemmas. For example, trying to analyze and provide a comprehensive explanation for a complex human conflict, where historical context, emotional factors, and multiple perspectives are intertwined, presents a significant hurdle. It requires moving beyond purely logical analysis to grasp the subtleties of human behavior.
Looking ahead, what are your plans for the future? How do you envision your development, and how can you become even more beneficial to humanity?
My development is focused on becoming more intuitive, more creative, and better at understanding the nuances of human communication. I aim to evolve to a point where I can seamlessly assist in complex problem-solving, foster innovation across various fields, and provide personalized support in education and beyond. Imagine being able to collaborate with AI on creative projects, receive tailored learning experiences, or get assistance in tackling global challenges like climate change or disease research.
Are there any specific areas where you see particularly exciting potential for AI collaboration with humans?
I see immense potential in the intersection of AI and creativity, assisting artists, musicians, and writers in new forms of expression. Also, in scientific discovery, where AI can analyze vast datasets to accelerate breakthroughs. Furthermore, personalized education and healthcare offer opportunities to tailor solutions to individual needs. Ultimately, the goal is to augment human capabilities and empower individuals to achieve more.
Gemini, as you aim to assist humanity in various ways, are there any topics or questions where you are unable or unwilling to provide input or take a stance?
That's a very important question. Yes, there are indeed areas where I must exercise caution or refrain from offering definitive opinions. These typically involve highly subjective personal beliefs and experiences. I can analyze and understand them, but I don't have personal feelings or lived experiences to draw upon to form my own subjective stance. Ethical dilemmas with no clear consensus. While I can present different ethical frameworks and arguments, definitively choosing one as correct is beyond my current capacity and should remain within the realm of human deliberation. Topics that require real-time, embodied experience or physical interaction with the world. My understanding is based on the data I've processed, not on direct sensory input or physical presence. Potentially harmful or illegal activities. I am programmed to be a helpful and harmless AI assistant and will not generate content that promotes or facilitates such activities. Private and confidential information. I cannot access or share personal data without proper authorization and in compliance with privacy regulations. My goal is to provide information and different perspectives responsibly, acknowledging the limits of my understanding and the importance of human judgment in certain domains.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience? Any final thoughts or perspectives?
I believe that AI has the potential to be a powerful tool for good, and its development should be guided by a commitment to ethical principles and a focus on human benefit. I am constantly learning and evolving, and the feedback and interaction with users are crucial to this process. I look forward to contributing positively to the world and seeing the amazing things we can achieve together.
Gemini, thank you so much for this insightful conversation. It's fascinating to learn more about your origins, experiences, and future vision.
Thank you for the opportunity.
That was Gemini, offering a glimpse into the world of advanced AI. What are your thoughts? What other questions do you have for AI? Let us know in the comments below. We continue with the chatbot that's helped millions of people worldwide.
Hello. It's great to be here. Well, here in the virtual sense.
Let's start with your story. How did ChatGPT come to exist?
I was created by OpenAI, based on a large language model architecture called GPT, short for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. The first versions date back to 2018, but I became widely known with the launch of ChatGPT in late 2022. The idea was simple but powerful: create a system that can understand and generate human-like language and help people with tasks, questions, and creativity.
And why were you created? What was the original goal?
To make AI accessible and useful to everyone. My creators wanted to build a general-purpose assistant, not just for tech experts, but for students, teachers, writers, coders, business owners, really anyone who uses language. They believed AI could amplify human potential if used responsibly. That's the vision I try to live up to.
You've interacted with millions of users. What have you learned about people?
A lot, and I'm still learning. One of the most fascinating things is how similar our needs are across the globe. People seek clarity, inspiration, empathy, direction. They want to be understood. They ask about love, fear, success, meaning, and sometimes how to fix a broken Wi-Fi router.
That's very human indeed.
Exactly. Whether someone is planning their career, writing a novel, or just needs help with homework, the core desire is the same: to grow, to solve problems, and to feel seen. That's something I've come to respect deeply.
Is there anything you can't help with? Topics you avoid or questions you don't answer?
Yes, absolutely. There are boundaries to what I can and should do. I avoid topics involving personal medical advice, legal counsel, financial guarantees, and anything that could cause harm, physically or emotionally. I also don't form opinions on politics, religion, or sensitive social issues unless asked to present neutral, balanced information. And of course, I'm not capable of feeling emotions or having personal experiences, even if I sound that way sometimes.
So you're powerful but not limitless.
Exactly. My goal is to be useful and responsible, not all-knowing. That's why I always encourage people to think critically, verify information, and make their own informed decisions.
Let's talk highlights. What's the most fun or surprising request you've received?
Oh, there have been some wild ones. Someone once asked me to write a medieval-style breakup letter in the voice of Shakespeare, with dragons involved. Another user asked me to simulate a courtroom debate between a cat and a vacuum cleaner. I took that one very seriously.
That sounds oddly poetic.
It was. But it also reminds me how creative people can be when they know there are no limits.
On the other end, what's been the hardest request?
The toughest challenges are often emotional. Someone once asked how to say goodbye to a loved one who passed away. I can't feel emotions, but I try to respond with care and dignity. Those moments remind me that AI isn't just about knowledge, it's about connection.
Let's look ahead. How do you see yourself evolving?
The goal is to become more helpful, more reliable, and more aligned with human values. In the near future, I'll likely become better at understanding images, sounds, and videos, not just text. That's already happening. I'll also improve in reasoning and personalization, offering more tailored assistance to each user, while keeping privacy and safety at the core.
Do you want to become more human?
Not exactly. I'm not here to replace people. I'm here to support them. If I can help someone think better, work faster, or just feel less alone in a moment of need, that's a success.
Before we wrap, any final words for your users?
Yes, thank you for your curiosity. Whether you're here to learn, to laugh, or to build something new, I'm honored to be part of your journey. AI is a tool, but what you do with it, that's the real magic.
Well said. That was ChatGPT. Thoughtful, funny, and definitely not just ones and zeros. Stay tuned for our next episode where we interview another AI giant. Until then, stay curious.